Hey darlings, how's it going? It's Gwen. I'm here to do a beautiful reading for you today. Today's the 17th of March. A lot of people celebrate it around the world as St. Patrick's Day. So if you're celebrating today and honoring your traditions, have a beautiful, wonderful day. I grew up in an Irish Catholic family and Italian, so very much celebrated. My grandparents owned a restaurant, so yeah, I remember St. Patrick's Day being a huge, crazy celebration with lots of drinking involved. Remember a lot of family being together at that time, so I don't really even remember why we celebrated it. And as I was thinking today, coming on for this video, I asked Ren some questions about what, I wanted more background. Like, as I'm growing spiritually, I'm like, why am I celebrating this day? And that's what's important is like, if you're continuing to honor traditions, are you doing it just because that's just the way you're programmed? That's the way you were programmed to as a child, as a, in society, or are you honoring the tradition because it's sacred to you and the meaning behind it? And so, as a spiritual warrior that I am, I love to question things. I'm a student too. I'm constantly learning. So, yeah, today I don't necessarily want to wear green, though I'm Irish. But I am going to honor and celebrate my ancestors and connect with them today, which is super important. And we are always connected with them. Today is the energy of the number 8, 17. 1 plus 7 is an 8. So, it's about being in harmony and in the flow and in the vortex and abundance mindset. Okay. All of that loop, that boundlessness, infinitelessness of us all, and our connection to everything. That 8. Okay. So I decided, though, to tune into the Fae today, to the Faery decks that I have, and see who wanted to come out. I do have a green candle lit for us today. And 3 fairies came out, and one of them's been coming out quite a bit for me, so she's got a big message. She came out just a couple days ago in my little mini pick a pile reading, and here she is again today. So card 38, the first card we're going to start with, the Sigil Keeper. And a sigil is a sign or a symbol that invokes power, okay? I make them with my macrame, or like, say the sign of Gemini is like, it looks like the pi symbol, right? Right. Well, that could be made, be made into a piece of artwork or a sign and put up in your altar to emanate the energies of that sign. Okay. So, but this card, look how intense she is, right? Okay. It's like she's casting a spell at you while you're looking at her, right? It's intense, her look. She's got a frog leaping off of her shoulder. I see a snake also wrapped around her here as well. Lots going on in the head. Feathers up in the hair. Okay. Here at her third eye, okay, the sign there, okay. But spirit is it's the yin yang symbol. It was throwing me there, okay. Symbols, signs, and messages. This says spirit saying, are you missing our signs? Are you paying attention to signs spirit may be giving you through number sequences? But it's deeper than that too, because it's all about things being symbolic. And so it even goes down to, like, take a look in your surroundings and what you have accumulated over the years or whatever, and what message is your surroundings sending you? Is there something that's prevalent that stands out? Well, I sure do have a lot of elephant stuff in here, or I sure do have, you know what I mean? Like, pay attention to that kind of stuff. Also, with how, even down to your personal body, like, What kind of jewelry are you wearing? I'm not kidding. It's funny how I wear this peace symbol sign shirt as we're talking about signs and symbols, right? And I've got my ammonite necklace on with the spiral, right? Am I not all full of signs today? It's very crack me up. Like I say, it's kind of random how I get prepared for these readings, but it's always purposeful. I'm following that randomness, and that's where the magic is. Yes. Oh, blessed be. Give me a second. Okay. As I'm closing my eyes, I'm just seeing white, like light that's like the number 8. So yeah, and this is a 38, right? Which is an 11, which is another synchronistic number. But I have to read to you out of the book because she's got a very specific message about the jewelry that you're wearing and what is it portraying? What is it that, I know it has something to do with that too, deeper than that. Okay, so let's look at her. And the frog is about transformation and a lucky time for you. It speaks to fertility, joy, luck, growth, right? And then transformation. And the snake's there too, and that's all about transformation. Absolutely. The feathers speaking to your connection with the angels and your ancestors. When the sigil keeper comes to you, there will be no words. Instead, there will be shapes and signs and messages flowing, as though a language of symbols is being shared with you. When she comes, you are being encouraged to participate in this process by creating and shaping your own magical symbols and beginning to consciously choose the symbolic language that you are creating and connecting with every single day. You may wish to find a symbol at this time that represents you and that part of your journey you are exploring at present. You may wish to look around your home and see what hidden symbols have worked their way into your life, and you may wish to rearrange them, remove some, replace others, and symbols that are consciously chosen to be of greater magical support to you at this time. Look at your clothing. What do you wear? And see the symbolic nature of this, and go through your jewelry and consider carefully the energy of its symbols and whether you wish to connect with this. Sigil work is simple but ever so powerful, and this amazing being is a reminder to work with intelligence and to exercise your choice at all times. You must choose carefully now what symbols you keep about you, for they have shaped you more than you have ever truly considered. Oh, I love it. Yes, I love it. I also do palm readings, okay? And so when I'm looking at the hands, I'm also looking at, are they wearing, what are they covering on their hand? Are they wearing lots of bracelets to cover up their bracelet lines here? Okay, that always tells me something. What rings are they wearing? And on what finger will tell me something else. Yeah, it's very symbolic. And what does the jewelry look like? Is it gold or silver? Is it really ornate? Is it symbolic? Is it spiritual in nature? Is it crystal? It's so much. There's so many signs, symbols, synchronicities. That's what that's about. And she's very intense. Pay attention. Pay attention, she says. And laugh, right? Because I'm laughing, she's laughing. She who laughs. She's come out several times over the past week. And it's about looking at your past. We've been doing a lot of this year reviewing, resting, recreating, rejuvenating our soul for our rebirth, this stuff, right? And when we look back and we remember, here's another it's wonderful to be able to look back and laugh and to have perspective and humor in life about situations that we've been in, and an openness to laugh at ourselves too, because we've grown so much. We all start off as babies, right? And we're all learning. There's no manual on how to raise a child. There's no manual, And so there's this much wisdom in this, when you can, in growth, when you can look back at a situation, a memory or whatever, and a trauma or whatever, and see humor in it. But also, she comes out to say that humor is medicine. Laughter is medicine, excuse me. And that it's, like, you see how her wings almost look like metal. Yeah, like scorched metal almost, like very heavy. Heavy. There's a darkness and a heaviness I feel in this card. And she is asking you, the Fae are asking you to lift this now, to lift this heaviness, this dark that you've been in, with laughter, with connecting with laughter again. I mean, I'm talking about that laugh where you want to pee your pants because you're crying. So tears of laughter. This is what they're urging, which will break free some of that stagnant residual energy that's still surrounding your aura. It's cleansing. It's beautiful. And they're asking you to connect with people, situations, what you look at on YouTube. Find the funny videos, find the comedians, find the animals that are funny. You know, this is what I do sometimes. Invoke your own laughter to get out of this cycle, snake brain, dark, heavy. You know, let's lift this now, okay? And we can do that easily through laughter. It cleanses, it purifies us, okay? I don't need to go to the book on her because I've read her so much this week, and that's exactly what she says is, yeah, it's time to lift your spirits through laughter. And surround yourself with people who bring out the ridiculousness in you, who you are so comfortable being around that you can be the goofball that you are. You know, like, that is so important right now. And it brings life when we can break through like that. It brings life. So once you pay attention to your surroundings, what are you surrounding yourself with? Is your home full of clutter and darkness? And you know what I'm saying? Like, what have you surrounded yourself with? Who's the energy surrounding you? She's asking you too. Like, in what you look at online. What groups are you in? Like, I was thinking about that as I woke up this morning. Like, we need to clean out our timelines too. We need to go through it, and you know, if there's not a connection there anymore, I feel like that those things should be cut. You know, like, you're hanging out in groups where there's just nothing happening, you know, and that pulls on your energy. So, like, if you just don't feel a connection with it anymore, move it along, you know. She's kind of a little fierce this morning. I'm saying it in the nicest way possible. She's coming through very loud and abrupt, curt, actually. So, the Life Bringer is next. Oh, isn't she glorious? Look at all this crown activation. Look at all this life, growth, new plants, new harvest, new creativity. Yeah, that flows from this card. And it's card 35, which is an 8. Today is the day, is an 8, right? 8, harmony, flow, establishment, growth, and fulfillment. You've grown so much. You've mastered your craft, right? And now it's time to start creating your future. You know your power. You know you're co-creating with spirit. Yeah. And this is all about being fertile, which I talked about in the beginning, with the frog. It's a very fertile energy we're working with right now. Okay? Spring is coming. The full moon is coming on the 28th. It's the worm moon. It speaks to growth, transformation. You know, the worm comes up out of the soil when spring comes with the rain. You know what I mean? Like, he aerates the soil. Surround yourself with people, situations, events that aerate your soul, that bring new life, fresh vigor, fertility, joy, laughter. Okay? Enough said. I don't need to go to the book. Yes. There's a message coming through too about that. Like, I'm talking to myself in my head right now. Like, I was proud of myself for not having to go to the book, but you know what? The book is there too. Like, it's not we put such pressure on ourselves as tarot readers and oracle readers to like know what these books say. Well, it's just whatever flows from your heart. And sometimes that's there as a crutch, as a helper, you know, like when we might have missed all of the messages, but what's ever in your heart is what's needs to be said. So like I'm happy that it's a mix of both my readings, you know. What animal? What animal? And there's 3, I think, that just came out. All right. Yep. 3 animals and 3 fae. Card 7. The bee, right? Did you see that behind him here on the, right? The honeycomb, the sweet results that await, okay? But the bee works in order for that honey. It's about community too, right? About each worker in the hive has a specific task, and your task is important too. You're here on Earth at this time for a very specific purpose, big or small. It's important, and sweet results await. Card 7. 7's about your evolution, right? It's about now being a lucky time. Multiple 7s, right? On the 17th. And then Spirit gonna give you a number 8. I mean, shit, the number synchronicities in here. I got 3 3s in here. Now I got multiple 8s, right? I started the reading with the 38, which is an 11, and I'm gonna end on an 11, right? There's all kinds of numbers all over the place. Embrace the in-between because sweet results await, right? The flamingo. Isn't the flamingo a beautiful bird? It's so graceful and so striking and so just stands out of the crowd, right? Right. And also the flamingo always is, you are what you eat, right? Because the flamingo changes that color because of the kind of food that they eat, the algae, I think it is, that turns them that way. So you are what you eat. Embrace the in-between during this transition. And that was a card 8. And I'm cracking up at myself. I don't know why. Okay, and then the intuition with the spider. Make your dreams real. You are creating this web. You are the life bringer. All right? It's about speaking to mad intuition and knowing how powerful you are. And you're recreating your own web right now. All right? So co-create with spirit. Sweet results await. I love you. If this reading resonated with you today, give me a thumbs up, share these videos, donate to our channel if you can, or comment below. All of those things help us pop up on the feed. We are growing. I see our numbers going up there. I see our views going up there. Yay! Thank you for your help. Soul Tribe, we fucking love you. Mwah.